question was. It's just we got into Eddie's.
My favorite artifact is Jimi Hendrix's guitar. I do want to go through that purple haze. Come on!
I can say the artifact that terrifies me most this year is a griffin. It's the episode I'm the most terrified of watching. I can't wait for you guys to see.
And you're absolutely brilliant in it. Well, everybody is. I mean, it's a hilarious body switching episode that is.
Am I allowed?
No, Eddie. If you have to ask if you're allowed, the answer is no. Because if you're all the way at asking, then no.
It's kind of the story of my life, though, isn't it?
I think it's a good story.
A little.
What were you going to ask? Are you allowed to what?
Is he allowed to tell what the griffin does?
The backstory of the premise of that show.
Spoilers.
Yeah, why don't we just let the people watch it and then get some more questions coming?
Yeah, there we go.
Good moderator. Way to be, Neil.
Hi.
Hello. My question is for Joanne. Could you tell us a little bit about your experience of filming the Jack Hunter movies? The first one's going to air on Sci-Fi next Saturday.
Yeah, that was in Turkey. I was in Turkey for 4 months, which is one of the most incredible places I've ever been. Istanbul's the only city that spans 2 continents, east and west, and you see this really, it's amazing. I can't really, it's life-changing.
Didn't you get dysentery there or something?
I did. They had to put, yeah, let's move on.
Emphasis on move.
I became very thin. Yes, dysentery.
I mean, talk about, Joanne walks in, and this is my saying for every time whenever I see Joanne when we're not on set, she walks up and she's about this much taller than I am, and I just go, let the emasculation begin!
Hey,
Because
Eddie,
she is
you're taller
tall
than
and
me.
hot, and her legs are like 9 feet long. God love your parents.
Hey, Eddie, don't feel bad. Everybody's taller than me.
Not me.
Yes. Trust me, you are.
I'm a mama's boy.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
First off,
Hey.
everyone on the
Hello.
table, brilliant, love you, wonderful, amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Now, the writers, this question is actually more for you guys.
Woohoo!
One of the draws of Warehouse 13 are these, these artifacts. Not only, having a base in history, but also very plausible science. And the show appeals to a huge spectrum of geekdom. So I guess I'm wondering, who is awesome enough to research the plausible science and history behind these amazing artifacts?
Put your hands up, ladies and gentlemen.
Put your hands up, please. Who is the awesome science geek in the room?
Well, actually,
You have a science advisor?
we're all pretty awesome science geeks. I mean, one of the things we try to do is whenever we come up with something, an artifact, we always try to base it in, attached to a real person and or a real event and imbued with something. I mean, there's always going to be a magical quality because there really isn't something that helps you survive a fire that we've found yet. But we always want to attach it to something like there is, even the ones you don't know, we haven't said on screen, there is a history to the Phoenix. There is a history to all of these objects and why they became imbued with this power. And we as a staff, when we're pitching out artifacts, we always try to connect it in some way emotionally to one of the characters as well as to the artifact and to a real character in history that would have been close enough to cause this to happen to this artifact. We're doing, I don't want to do any spoilers, so I can't really tell you too much. We've got a great Christmas episode coming up in December.
Well, then on that note, Pete Latimer and Hugh Hefner's smoking jacket.
Oh. Isn't that Coles to Newcastle though? I mean, that's kind of I don't know. I'm 150 years old. I just used a reference from the Civil War. It's redundant is what I meant to say. Last thing he needs is Hugh Hefner's jacket. South Dakota will explode.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, my
Hi.
question is for the actors.
that
Does
funny.
working on a set like the warehouse that is more CGI'd than other sets, does that make it more difficult to do the acting?
It's actually not that.
Saul, you have a term for it, don't you, Saul?
Well, we don't have, for example, I walked into my office when we did the pilot. We have this brilliant production designer and a great art team. And this office, I mean, you've seen it on the show. Being in it, actually being in it is extraordinary. It's like no acting required once you're there. It's such a, there's no CGI. It's all beautifully made. You know, we call it, whenever we act with green screen, we call it schmacting. As in acting, schmacting. And
Eddie's the best at it.
he really is. And I've been given the honorary award of being really good at facting.
Facting.
Which is
Exposition.
having to do exposition in a seemingly entertaining way. The thing is that no, we don't have a lot of green screen all the time. It's at the end of our
talking about the
season.
Escher episode, so
Yeah.
that was a lot of green screen.
Yeah,
and then-
we did have with
and
our
right now
scenes. There are scenes where we do it, and we have fun. We kid ourselves about it.
We just have to have really open, we have to go back to the imaginations that we used as kids. You know, oh look, there's a tiny robotic spider coming and shooting fire at you. Ah! That's it.
Episode 5.
The truth is that actors now have to, develop these skills in a way that they never did before, including having dots all over you, where they create other creatures based on your looks, and working with things that are just not there is becoming very commonplace in television and film.
I mean, as long as there's another actor in the room, you can look into each other's eyes and believe.
Yeah.
You're good.
Do you look into my eyes?
Or Eddie.
Don't
Thank
be
you very
mean,
much.
Jack.
Yeah.
No, Eddie's my favorite.
Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you guys how scary it is when you're working with Cece on set.
Terrifying.
Does she look scared? She's
No,
so
so
nice.
that's but
It's
she
just
is.
acting, man.
She scares the hell out of all of us.
It's the first oldest profession after that other thing. It's been around for centuries.
I think
It's
isn't it
just
kind of the same?
acting.
I just had
It's
the
not
pleasure of
the
spending
same.
several scenes, nearly one-on-one with Cece, and I was so relieved by this incredible sense of humor she has. She had me in stitches. I wasn't intimidated. I was still a little intimidated, but not nearly as much as before.
If you see the outtakes from season 1 on the DVD,
The gag reel.
she's in this very serious. She's getting ready to menace.
See that again?
Can we see
She's
that?
getting ready. That's. I'm an actor.
I don't think we have it already.
She's getting ready to menace Claudia, and then she just looks in the camera and goes, "Hey, Ed!"
I want to see that on tape.
And so that
She
is
said, if I
who
see that on
Cece is
film,
saying.
somebody's in trouble.
Can we see her do a reenactment of that?
Not for free.
Buy the DVD box set, and you can watch it over and over.
Hi.
Hi, this question is for everyone. I'm just wondering, what artifact would you most want to steal from the warehouse, and what would you do with it?
I'll take this one. I really, really, really want to take home Edgar Allan Poe's pen. Because, as you guys saw, whatever you write actually manifests. And I've said this in probably 20 interviews, but I would write my multi-million-dollar movie contract. Can I get a hell yeah? I'd write the deed to the condo I want in Manhattan.
Really?
I'd draw a
Just
sketch
10?
of the perfect boyfriend. And then I'd wish for 1,000 wishes.
Wait a minute, just a $10 million movie contract?
I said multi.
Oh, multi. Oh, okay.
She's smarter than that.
I guess mine would be. I've been saying it's Janis Joplin's backstage pass from Woodstock, and whoever holds the backstage pass can go to any concert that's ever been. Like, so I could go back and see Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and The Doors and all the bands that I grew up listening to but never had.